Welcome back to Dave and Adam Talk Sailing. I'm your host, Adam Van Voors. With me today is our first guest of the series, Chris Buydos.
Thanks for having me, Adam.
Thank you. Chris is our director of junior sailing. He's also our small sailboat guru. Here at Shinny, we've got a small fleet of sailboats that are for all of our members' use. They provide some opportunities. Today, Chris and I are going to talk about those opportunities. And they're anything from junior sailing to some new adult programs that we're going to be rolling out this year. So, Chris, for our audience, you've been a member about 2 years.
Yep.
Where did you first set foot on a sailboat? And what's your path to here? How did you end up with us at Shinnecock?
Got you. So I first started sailing. I grew up in Brantford, just down the road a ways. My family is a sailing family, and my dad's been a member of the Brantford Yacht Club since I was born.
All right, so you were pretty much on the water from day one.
From day one. Long path to sailing in terms of how I ended up at Shinny. It was a delayed path. My wife at the time, she unfortunately is now deceased. We were looking for a club to join, and we had found Shinny, but unfortunately she came down with cancer, and that was delayed. And then, not until recently, I took the step to finally join.
Okay.
This way.
Very good. Do you have any kind of a cruising background? Are you strictly a racer?
No, definitely not strictly a racer. I do have, I guess you can call it a racing pedigree from my years of sailing, but I cruise probably just as much as I race.
Okay.
I just love the salt life.
All right, so that's pretty consistent with most of the racers we have in our membership. We have a few hardcore race-only racers, but most of us are cruisers in some way, shape, or form, or a cruising background that also race. And those are the people we're really looking to reach. Tell me a little bit about the fleet of sailboats we have that's available to all our members and how we're trying to open that up for more use.
Yes, so the Shinnecock Yacht Club has a fleet of boats and a facility that most yacht clubs would pine to have. And that's one of the things that drew me here, because I saw the potential for an incredible junior sailing program. We have a fleet of 9 420s, which is a very large fleet of 420s. We also have 14 Optimists, which is fantastic as well, and one JY Day Sailor, which is nice. One of the unique things about the fleet that we have and our junior sailing program is that we're one of the few clubs that can offer a boat to every student to sail on. Kids don't have to bring their own boat like they do at other clubs.
Oh, wow. I didn't know other clubs had kids bringing their own boats.
Yes, they did.
All right. So as we move forward, the junior program, you're going to revise a little bit this year. What can we expect to see? I shouldn't say what changes. What can we expect to see this year for a format?
Yes, so the format has changed dramatically from what it's been for the past few years. We have gone from just a 1-week program of varying lessons that was pretty much an end of June to the end of July program to now a session program, which aligns a lot more with other area sailing programs. Where we'll have 2 sessions in the summer. One that starts at the end of June, goes to about the middle of July, and then a second session will start up in the middle of July and go to about the middle of August. Okay. We'll offer beginner, intermediate, and we're going to be introducing a new sailing program this year called Adventure Sailing, which is going to be more of a step up from the intermediate course for students to learn more advanced sailing and seamanship skills and techniques.
So adventure sailing, that sounds a little bit like cruising. What will the adventure sailors do? Tell us more.
It's going to be a lot more about problem solving on the water. We'll probably get a little bit more navigation. Things that may lead kids towards a possible keelboat adventure. I will be offering my boat for some opportunities. It's to allow the kids to explore sailing and the opportunities that sailing has, both from a dinghy standpoint as well as maybe progressing into a larger boat, and also going places, like having a destination sail, like we're going to go sail around Letch Lake today, or maybe we might go over and participate with the New England Sailing Academy, or go over to Fisher's Island for the day. So it's to kind of have more of an adventure-based approach.
So that all sounds fun. Sounds like some things the kids can embrace. In addition to the junior program changing a little bit this year, we've had Friday nights, and it was originally Thursday nights. It's been going for 3 or 4 years now. I can't remember. It happened the same time I became the racing committee chairman, but unfortunately, like everybody else, I don't actually remember when that was. In addition, I've been pushing it pretty hard at the meetings, and that's part of what I'm doing here on this podcast, is our Friday night sailing. So our Friday night sailing is aimed at everyone. I'm going to add to that we have a special emphasis on families for the Friday night. So junior sailing is going to be the kids. And then Friday nights, we want to see everybody come out, but we especially want to see families. We want to see dads, daughters, moms with the sons, baby brothers and sisters. We want to see the people from families getting onto these boats and some family involvement in that. Now, in addition to that, which we'll call the all-inclusive, the Friday night catch-all, we're looking at some opportunities for the adults alone. We're talking about some adult sailing. Tell me a little bit about what you've got in mind for that.
Yes, so one of the things that I was shocked at that when I first joined here is that we didn't really have an adult sailing program. It's very popular at most other yacht clubs, and I saw that as a unique opportunity to introduce to the club. We definitely want to get more of the membership out on the 420s to learn how to sail them, or even how to improve what their current sailing skills and abilities.
So you've got a pretty significant background in sailing of boats of all sizes. As I've talked about before, my background is all big boat. I don't know how to sail a small boat. So I'm going to be running this Friday night thing, but I'm intending to be out on the water as much as I can to race along with all of you. And I've made the discussion I've made the point during previous podcasts that I think that a small boat is a really good place to develop fundamentals and improve all of your sailing. What do you think, Chris?
Hands down. It's probably the most important part of sailing, especially for any members who've learned to sail on a keelboat. There's nothing wrong with learning to sail in that aspect, but you really will master the different sailing skills much faster in a smaller sailboat because the reaction time is immediate. When you adjust the outhaul, you will see immediate results. When you adjust the Cunningham, the Vang, your main sheet or jib sheet tension or sail trim, the reaction time is almost immediate. Where on a keelboat, you may not see it right away. So you're like, well, nothing happened. I just did the outhaul, but there's no benefit here. But in a 420, you're going to know right away if it was a good choice or a bad choice. So that's one of the nice things about a small boat is that you get immediate feedback.
Outstanding. So as we move through this, we've got junior sailing, we've got adult sail training. I believe in addition, part of your adult program, you were going to have some private stuff available?
Yeah, so if you go to the sailing school website right now, it's just been updated. You're going to see some information on the junior sailing program, as well as information on private lessons that we're going to offer. One of the nice things that we've done this year for the schedule is that our junior sailing program is going to take place Monday through Thursday, which leaves Fridays wide open. Our junior sail instructors will be available for private lessons all day and early evenings, as well as Saturdays. So if there's something you would like to work on specifically, you can, or you would just like to have a private beginner lesson, we can make those arrangements based on instructor availability.
So I'm going to put you a little on the spot here, and I know I didn't brief you on this, so I apologize if you don't have an answer, just say so. Do you know when you'll be able to start the availability of those Fridays and Saturdays?
Yeah, we'll start right at the beginning, at the end of June. Once the sailing instructors are all set and working on the program, in-house program. So I think that's going to be right around June 24th or so, and we'll run it all the way through until August 13th.
So I promised some special releases here, and at the meeting you may have already heard if you were at the quarterly meeting, but June 19th will be our first Friday night sailing. And that's going to be strictly, we're going to call it a social sailing. I'd like to get people out, get people on the boats, shake out the cobwebs for people who know how, get an opportunity to get people who don't know on the boats and get a chance to use them. Our next Friday will be about the same thing. And then June 27th, which is a Saturday, I'm going to be hosting a racing clinic for those 420s. So if you have never, ever, ever raced, this is for you. And we're going to get the boats out, and we're going to spend the day learning how to start, learning how to round a mark, and learning how to finish. Just the very basic pieces you need to go out and race. And then moving forward on Friday nights, we're going to have that Friday night sailing also available. Anybody who wants is welcome to go free sail. But as long as we have 2 or more boats, we'll have a race course set up, and we'll do a start and we'll run a race. And my intention is that before the race, there will be a pre-briefing to kind of give you an idea of what are the things you want to look at today with today's conditions and tides and currents. And we'll have a post-brief afterwards where we'll talk about what went really well, what did people do well, what did people learn. This Friday night racing program is not a go out and show everybody how good you are. It's all about bringing everybody up and teaching everybody how to race a boat effectively. Myself included. I can get to Bermuda, but getting around the course out on our local waters is tough. It's a different kind of sailing. I'd like to improve. Anything else you're thinking about coming up here in our programs this year? We've got adult sailing, we've got junior sailing,
We've got the private lessons.
and we've got private lessons.
My main focus really is just I would like members to see life at the sailing school this summer as they come down.
Okay.
I'd like to see when they come down during the day, they see the junior sailing program going on. Possibly in the evenings, some other lessons, Friday night sailing, maybe members just going out and using the boats on the weekend.
So that's the piece I think that we didn't get, we glossed over it a little bit, is these boats are available. It doesn't need to be part of a program. We're working, we don't have a really good way yet to get them set up if there's nobody there, but we're working on also getting a way so that these boats are available at any time when they're not being used for a specific program so that the members can use them.
Exactly. Yeah. So the membership knows there is always at the end of the junior sailing dock our JY Day Sailor. That boat is fully rigged with main and jib, ready to go. So, if the sailing school's not open and you can't get the sails to the 420, there is a JY Day Sailor that can be used. It's definitely there for the members to enjoy.
That's great, Chris. Thank you for coming out today. So we've got junior sailing, we've got Friday night sailing, we've got adult classes. Get June 19th on your calendars. Get June 27th on your calendars. Come on out and learn how to race with us. Watch for some more information forthcoming on how to sign up for all of that. And until next time, stay salty.